Ladies and gentlemen, you and I are together at Gizmodo asking the health question. If you smell things that aren't there, you're not alone. And I feel dumb because right now I am alone. My living situation is tenuous and unstable, so I haven't gotten a kitten yet. I plan to, as soon as my living situation is not tenuous and unstable. And I smell so bad. Nobody really wants to be within 5 feet of me for longer than 30 seconds. It's a product of design as your planetary defense commander, Star-Lord New Thor 7. So, a lot of times, I smell stuff that isn't there. And a lot of times, I don't smell stuff that is there. Full disclosure, I smoke cigarettes. And when I started my YouTube channel, it's basically, YouTube hands you your own TV station and says, all right, do with it whatever you want. And I was like, okay, I'll start THORNEWS for 5.75 years. Try and unite human beings and get everybody ready for the weird weather earth changes that were coming, and then show them how to design everything better brand new. With the help of all the cool people in the world. And at THORNEWS, even though I do it with nickels and sticks, I've done a fantastic job. And I would put my works up against any TV station out there, especially for the last year and a half. Like, if we put our best moments together, I bet I would kick their asses. So if you want to help support and save THORNEWS, I do this every month at the end of the month, and somehow you guys save me every single time. Please support and donate to my PayPal link, which will be at the information box. I was looking grim. 4 days to go. Am I moving to Colorado? I don't know. I don't even know if I can. We'll see. Everything is tenuous. Am I even using that word right? Okay, and I smell. I'm an inside smoker. What I was going to say was, I've basically been in a foxhole, because if you're going to beat all the TV stations with awesome quality content, then I've been laying down editing videos for like 5.75 years. Non-stop. Skipping days. And man, I have kicked ass. Okay. I don't pat my back too much. I don't have health insurance. I don't want to throw my own butt, pat myself up. A small but very real. Oh, thanks. I love it when science or health assures me what I'm telling you is real, man. It's really real. It's a very real truth. A small but very real percentage of people often smell odors that aren't actually there. I wonder what percentage of those people believe they've been probed by aliens. I would think people who'd been probed by aliens were more apt to smell stuff that wasn't there. Sometimes, dreams are scratch and sniff. Sometimes, nostalgia's so real, you can smell it. About 1 in 15 Americans over the age of 40 regularly, did I say that word correctly? Regularly experience so-called phantom odors. Somebody should spectroscopy the odors, and then we would know which ones are phantom and which ones were really odors. Odor. But we have no idea why. See, it's 2018. We go from happy, funny to, oh my God, that was so sad in 2 seconds. I'm allowed to smoke now. According to a new study published Thursday in JAMA Otolaryngology, it's like Tor and Solar. Wow. This article was cool. Not all of them I read are cool, because I read them in real time. I haven't read them before, so we're reading them together. And if they're cool enough, I go back over them. Otolaryngology. I'm not good at pronouncing words. If you want to go to other channels, I'm sure other people specialize in that shit. Head and neck surgery. Oh, there's a dash and a period. The study, led by researchers from the National of Institutes of Health, is the largest to take a detailed look at the issue, said lead author Kathleen Bainbridge, a researcher at the National... Man, these places have long titles. A researcher at the National Institutes on Deafness and Other Communication Disorders. NICCD. Man, sometimes I have a communication disorder. Plus, Mercury retrograde. Be interesting to see if they believe in Mercury retrograde. Now I have to burp, so I'm going to hold the microphone away. We all do it. Oh, no, I don't. That's like magic. Kick ass. THORNEWS is magic. We knew that phantom odor perception had been observed in medical clinics and medieval clinics. But we did not know how common this condition was. Common, chameleon. Nor what types of people are more commonly affected. Okay, I'll stop. People are like, I don't like when you say comma. And I'm like, well, that's the cool thing about the last 3 days of the month is I always get to do videos kind of how I'd want to do them. So I'm like, man, if I'm broke and I'm toning down my videos, maybe I should just have fun. Totally. But some people hate fun. That's why Thanos kicked ass in the movies. And hey, y'all, that shit is a movie that Disney's putting out. I didn't get half the people turn to dust. My Star-Lord last name is not Quill. Okay? Don't believe everything Disney tells you. I mean, they'd say Thor's a woman. And I don't have a problem with their Thor woman these days. And, it's their Disney mythology. But I'm saying, don't apply that to me. I'm not a woman. Although I love women. Sometimes a little too much. I just quoted Thor 3. And it worked perfectly for me. Bainbridge and her team studied data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey. Man, these people use a lot of words. They spend a lot of time writing all these extra words. An annual. It's like this whole article. People smell shit that isn't there. And it's real. It's like fart ghosts. It's like smelling a fart when nobody's there and you didn't do it. It's like fart ghosts are real. Sometimes interdimensional portals open and bad smells waft in and out. And then you're like, hey, smell something fucking nasty. I tried not to use that F word, but it came out. And then there it was. That nasty smell that has no logical expeller or whatever. Gasser. So yeah, I smoke in my apartment. And it's an efficiency. Because technically, you have your own TV studio, YouTube channel. All you need is a place to live, electricity, hook up to the internet, like modem, and then a laptop. I have an editing program, Premiere, that costs $50 a month, but when I do edit videos, they're some of the best edited videos anywhere. I'm just giving my own opinion. You're allowed to disagree. Was I saying? Okay, so it's like all I do here in a box, my foxhole, is smoke cigarettes and edit. And I've been doing it for a long time. And yeah, it's bad for my health, but like I've been saying, everything is so crazy. If we don't make the right choices, we're all going to die. Right? If you're looking for one common theme that screwed up, like Mayans, Aztecs, Atlantis, Mars, it's like when the super rich and powerful went too far and tried to throw too many of the creatures and the people under the bus. They did it every time. That was like the one thing, like, all right, how do we keep from sharing the abundance that the universe has to offer with our fellow man, our fellow family? They did it every time and then failed whenever the thing showed up that was like, oh yeah, we didn't plan for that shit. Like the salesman didn't tell us everything. You know, like, holy shit, nobody told me this bunker wasn't super volcano proof. You know, like, oh no, my Gen 1 moon condo didn't withstand a supernova. Or the middle of the galaxy itself. If that shit portalized, man, like Lucky Charms in your mind that aren't there, but you can smell them and they're real. That's what this article's about. And I love you. We knew that phantom odor perception had been observed in medical clinics and grocery stores and libraries. I worked at a bookstore for 5.5-ish years. Borders, the artificial intelligence murdered bookstores pretty much. Legally, because corporations hadn't been ruled a person yet. And artificial intelligence, those are jokes. Humans, we tell them. They have satirical effects, which they're partial truths, but real truths, I guess. It depends on how you interpret it. What we're talking about, phantom odors being real and being observed in medical clinics. You know, it's like, in being a scientist, you got to write like a whole scientific paper. It's like a thesis paper in junior high or kindergarten. Yeah, it was a special class. I got white paper thesis test when I was like in kindergarten, and I had to write them by the time I was in 3rd grade. I made all that up. I'm telling jokes. And so you got to submit your sciencey findings in your college thesis paper. I mean, your high school thesis. I mean, your professional science thesis paper. And then you have a whole committee say, yeah, this is cool. And then you have to have the official website of science say, yeah, this is totally real science. And that's how you get paid. And then you get grants. They're like, science is like Santa Claus, and grants is like the presents he leaves under the tree. Only science, you know, Santa Claus gives to everybody asterisks. And science, same way, you know. Like, yeah. Technically, I'm a scientist, and he don't come around here no more. It's like, you talk about volcanoes way too much. You should talk about carbon. You know what? You know what Clear Channel likes is carbon. I'm like, what? And that's the name of their Santa Claus, Clear Channel. We knew that phantom odor perception had been observed in medical clinics. Am I in trouble? I'm always in trouble. I'm never in trouble. But we did not know how common it was. It's like dark matter. Only one person can smell it. Like if you're in a crowded room and somebody farts and only one person smells it, did it really fart? I'm off the rails. Bainbridge and her team studied data. Phantom smell data. Somebody spreadsheet that phantom smell data. Pronto, ASAP stat. I wonder if anyone's ever died from smelling stuff. Like, that shit smells so bad. I died. He died. They died. I mean, I know there are gases that will kill you, but I don't think it's from the smell sense. Like, but maybe there is smell shock. The universe is very creative. Do I gotta read all this again? Bainbridge. Bridge. Take the bridge to Bain. That seems like a waste of time. And her team studied data on this. You call him Bain down. Maybe get him to take his mask off. Get a toupee. Find him a Bain Red Sonja. But that don't hurt people or animals. Get them kittens and dogs and horses and stuff. And land. But they gotta stop being unbainy. What am I talking about? I don't know. I'm way off the rails on this roller coaster. Bainbridge and her team studied data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey. They do it annually. Hey, everybody. Okay, how many hours are we going to put towards phantom odor this year? And not too much. Dark matter. We're going to put a lot towards dark matter and then carbon. We have phantom odor, dark matter, and carbon. Wow. See, that's the science that THORNEWS brings you, man. Right there. That is why I still deserve to be in the game. Plus, I'm the only one really talking about the whole thing. Like, hey, the sun wants rock and roll and comedy back. And every single civilization before us that tried to stockpile and hoard all the abundances of Earth and the solar system to a very tiny fraction, especially when you hit the technology point, they always end up with them all dying and the civilization disappearing. So, let's do the cool thing, the right thing. When we all win together. Put all the ideas on the table. Everybody gets a second chance. And then we have the greatest future ever. Become Civilization 1. Do a bunch of cool shit. And I get a sky truck. And, hopefully, a good woman plus children and animals. Okay. But free will is real. I believe in God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. Now, every person has their own free will. And only God can judge. Bainbridge, they specifically looked at more than 7,000 people. Wow. Let me say that again. They specifically looked at more than 7,000 people. Hey, what are you going to do today? I don't know. I'm going to look at people. How many? About 500. All right. How much time are you going to spend on them? I don't know. It depends on the subject. You know, it's relative. Relative to what? We're looking at how they smell. What? Yeah, I don't even know. This article, though. Somebody's be like, hey, that dude didn't take this serious science serious enough. I'm like, yes, I did. Jonathan Swift wrote a modest proposal where he proposed to get rid of poverty. People eat their babies. And it was satire. And everybody freaked out. The only thing was, that's not really funny. That's like sarcasm. You know what I'm saying? And so, if it's like kind of ha-ha, but it gives you the down frowny, this doesn't feel good feeling. It's not really funny or comedy. That's why good healing comedy doesn't put it like, you don't have to add that creepy element aspect. I'm never going to make it through here, but I'm just remembering here that science, which has like 18 boards with 12-word names, specifically looks at 7,000 people a year, or over 40. Did they look at me without me knowing? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, shit. I gotta pay the copyright. Who had taken the survey from 2011 to 2014, period. Of these, 6.5%, or 534 people, answered yes to a question asking if they ever sometimes smelled an unpleasant, bad, or burning odor when nothing is there. It's me hitting the microphone on my forehead. I wonder what the, like, would you say yes all the time without any changes? It's always crazy. Or yes, frequently. Or lots. Or just once. Or never. Or nope. When the findings don't offer a clear reason as to why these phantom odors happen, they do provide a few clues. Oh, this is wonderful. Man, I'm only halfway through. 17 minutes. When the findings don't offer a clear reason as to why these phantom odors happen, they do provide a few clues. All right, here's the deal. I'm going to wrap it up here. For one, women were more likely to experience phantom odors than men. Oh, yeah, so another thing. Being Thor, I think Vikings, they're like hockey players. Sometimes losing teeth is... Anyway, but I don't have insurance. I haven't had insurance for a while. And I've always doing this YouTube channel, so my teeth are bad, and some of them in the back are totally broken. So food chunks and sugar chunks and cupcake chunks get stuck in there. So like, not only do I smell horrible, my breath is horrible too. But defensively, if you're trying to keep everybody away from you, you know, I'm a good defensive commander, man, planetary, because I know how to do it. And so the bubbles around me to keep the ladies away. And trust me, I got to work. I do them all. What? I was off the rails. But yeah, I was wrapping this up because we're talking about women smells and smelling women. Wait, how many? See, I don't know, how many women can I smell a day? If I'm a scientist. Wait a minute. Oh, you got to ask them. Excuse me, ma'am. That's what, if I had a budget, or even like one of the women, maybe I should just go to a bar and you can't just walk up to people and go, yeah, I'm going to ask you a question. Excuse me, ma'am. Have you ever I seriously wanted to do it. But I don't want to videotape people without their knowledge. But, okay. If they ever sometimes, excuse me, ma'am, have you ever sometimes smelled an unpleasant, bad, or burning odor when nothing is there? I'm going to bring it in sometime. Okay, that's a new running joke. Okay. When the findings don't offer a clear reason as to why these phantom odors happen, they do provide a few clues. Women are more likely to experience phantom odors than men. There is also a connection with age. women, but not men, was less likely to report these smells the older they were. Okay, so I'm gonna edit the second one and then have it finished by tomorrow night. I think I can find some funny visuals, and I can just put women in it. And I like women. And plus, on the stage that I have, it's nice to balance out men and women. They're like actors. The more actors you have, it's like an instrument, and I like big bands. So, whatever. And, oh yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm running a fundraiser because I'm amazing and I'm really funny. How many funny people do you know? Funny people is way down. And most of the people who are comedians now are talking about politics. And I'm like, no, dude, everybody's talking about politics. One thing that I do with THORNEWS, if I see a subject in any of my realms and a bunch of people have covered it and I can't think of anything really to add to it, I don't cover it, So it's like if everybody's talking about politics, we don't necessarily need all the journalists talking about it all the time. We don't need all the comedians talking about it all the time. We don't need all the sports players. Doesn't matter which side. Like, y'all need to go back to at least talking about something else some of the time. Okay? What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, this whole thinking of like, yeah, don't be on the left or on the right. Be in the middle and do cool shit and work together. Doesn't really pay that well. And technically, they go after us and keep us in a box, in a cage, under shield, and then gang stalked in certain ways. Technically, if you ask Alex Jones, he would say they even collude together as these techopolies to manage us and flick us off whenever they want. So, if you want to continue me bringing you humor, and they don't like, it's like Thanos, man. They don't like humor. That's how you defeat Thanos. Good feelings, good humor, good times. They don't like rock and roll. They like humor. Because they know that heals people. And it lifts their spirits. So, spirit lifters don't seem to be lasting too long these days. God bless Prince and Tom Petty and Robin Williams and you. So, if you want to help keep my badass channel up, please make a contribution or a donation. I'll leave a PayPal link. I have a Patreon account. People are like, you need to work on that. And I'm like, I'm not good at money. Technically, I don't like it. Well, yeah, you got to have it. Or I'm on the bridge going, I don't know what I'd do then. Crazy. But I've come to the edge of this cliff a couple times. I've definitely been doing it like this for about 3 years. So, you got to save me every time. Plus, this one is good. And talk to you soon. Stay cool. Peace out.